All right, so this is our Mission 4 Part 2 review. You, of course, have a digital version. So here is the first one. We are going to find all of the lines of symmetry for these shapes. So this one, this one, this one, and this one. And if there's none, then you're going to write none. All right, I'm going to have you do this first one on your own. So go ahead and try that. All right, so when I look at this shape, I see that it's a trapezoid. So I can do one line of symmetry there, but if I try to do here or anything like that, none of my corners are gonna line up and it's just not gonna work. So for this one, there is one line of symmetry. Go ahead and try that one on your own. All right, so pentagons, these are kind of fun. So I'm gonna divide that in half, but if I turn it, oh look, it's the same shape again. So I can divide it in half again. Keep turning it, same shape again. Right, same shape, so that same shape we were looking, oh, can't see that. So that same shape we were looking at the beginning. And once again, that same shape we were looking at the beginning. So there are 5 different lines of symmetry here. Okay, go ahead and look at this one on your own. All right, I see one line of symmetry down the middle. And go ahead and try this one on your own. I see one line of symmetry down the middle here. All right, let's go ahead and look at this one. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna move these circles over and put them to the correct description. So you're gonna identify the triangles by side length and by angle measurements. So go ahead and try these on your own. Or I'm sorry, the first one. All right, so let's go ahead and start with the easiest first. So here, right here, I have this triangle. And very obviously it is a right triangle because of that square there. So right triangle. And it appears that they're all different side lengths. None of those symbols that say they're all the same length are there. So scalene. All right, go ahead and do B on your own. All right, so once again, I don't have any marks saying any of these have the same side length. So scalene, because that means all 3 sides are different. And that's a pretty wide angle. So that's definitely an obtuse triangle. Go ahead and try this one on your own. All right, so by seeing these marks here, I know that this is an isosceles triangle because there are 2 sides that are the same. And all of those angles are definitely acute. So this is an acute triangle. And finally, try D on your own. All right, so all 3 sides are the same length, so it's an equilateral. And whenever it's an equilateral, it's always an acute. All right, so let's go to the next one. So for this one, you are gonna solve for x. Go ahead and try this on your own. Okay, so we've been told that this is a right angle. We know this because it says so right here. So I know that a right angle is 90 degrees, and they've told me that this part is 35 degrees, so I need to find x. So 90 take away 35. So 90 take away 35. Take away 3 is 5, and I get 55 degrees. So x equals 55 degrees. All right, once again, you are solving for x. Go ahead and try this one on your own. All right, they tell us that MNO is a straight angle. Straight angles equal 180 degrees. They've told me that this half of it is 83, so I'm gonna subtract to find the other half. 7 take away 8, well, that's not gonna happen. 17 take away 8, that's 9. 97 degrees. Now, say you're not quite sure of yourself, you can always check by adding. So 97 plus 83, and I get 180. So you can always use addition to check. 97 is our answer. All right. Now this one, you're solving for 3 different angles. This is solved for K, J, and M. Make sure you read this information. Go ahead and try that on your own. All right, so let's take a look here. So O is at the intersection of all these lines, so great. I know that this is a circle, so the whole thing's gonna have to total up to 360 degrees somehow. All right, so I need to find each of these. So I'm gonna just go ahead and say K, J, and M. All right, so I know that this angle's 46. And since these are all on a line, I know that this whole thing is 180. Now you might be solving this a different way than me. As long as you get the right answers, it doesn't matter. So 46, 90. Oh, well, I can figure that out. So this whole part's going to be 180, and I have 46 and 90 already told to me. So 90 plus 46, 136. Okay, so these two are 136. So I just need to figure out J. Well, that's luckily one of the angles I need to find. So 180 minus 136. 44. Okay, so J is 44. That helps a lot. J is 44. And that's what I'm taking into consideration at this angle. Let me get a different color so you can see that. So when it's at this angle, all right? So I still need K and M. Well, I don't have anything to help with that. Oh, look right here. When I'm looking at this straight line, I see 180 degrees, but I have 46 and I need to find the other half. Well, I can do that. 180, take away 46, 134. Excellent, so that's M. All right, so let's see, how are we gonna approach this? Well, if I look right here, on the flip side, I have K and M as a straight angle, and I have 134 as this part of it, and I need to find the other part. So 180, take away 134. 46. All right, so here's one way I can check on my work. I'm just gonna add all these up and see if they equal 360, because this is a circle. So if they all equal 360, then I know I'm right. Okay, so here's what I was told. I was told 46 degrees here and 90 degrees there. And then I had to figure out the other 3 angles. So I got 46, 44, I'm gonna put this up top, 134. All right, I'm gonna add all these up and see if I've got it right. So that's a 10, so 0, 20. All right, 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 9, 17, 21, 24, 26, 360. So I got it all right. So what you should do with things like this is take it one piece at a time. For me, I decided to find the straight angles and piece it together there. I saw this straight angle here, 46, 90, well, figure out the missing piece. Then I twisted it around and I used this straight angle. I had 46. I had 46 here, and then I had 46 and 134. So just find your straight angles when you come across something like this. All right, let's go ahead and look at this one. So I'm going to draw some shapes. So I drew a quadrilateral with one set of parallel lines. Here's what you need to do. Draw a picture of what I drew. What type of quadrilateral did I draw? And how many lines of symmetry does it have? Go ahead and do this one on your own. All right, so I drew a quadrilateral with one set of parallel lines. Well, one set of parallel lines is a trapezoid. So I drew a trapezoid. I drew a trapezoid. And how many lines of symmetry does a trapezoid have? Well, if I look at this, I really only see one. So I drew a trapezoid. Okay, let's go ahead and go to the next one. I drew another shape. So I drew a figure with 4 equal sides and no right angles. Go ahead and draw a picture of what I drew. Tell me what type of quadrilateral it was and how many lines of symmetry does it have. All right, so 4 equal sides, no right angles. Well, that is a rhombus. Remember, rhombuses are like the tilted squares. So how many lines of symmetry does it have? Well, rhombuses are a little tricky. There's one there, one there, one there, and one there. So we've got 4 lines of symmetry. All right, let's go ahead and look at this next one. I drew a figure with all acute angles and 3 sides that are 3 centimeters long each. Draw a picture of what I drew. Identify the type of triangle by both side length and angles, and tell me how many lines of symmetry it has. All right, so it has acute angles, so it's definitely going to be like that. And all 3 sides are 3 centimeters. Okay, so by side length, an equilateral, because all equilateral triangles have the same side lengths. And when it comes to angles, well, it says it all has acute angles, so it's an acute triangle. All right, how many lines of symmetry does it have? Well, since this is a perfect triangle, it's going to have 3. All right, last page. So I want you to read the directions very carefully on this. You are solving for the total of angles GI and H. G, H, and I. Go ahead and try that on your own. All right, so I want to solve for the total. So if you will remember, opposite angles are exactly the same. Okay, so we can automatically determine that this is 125. Opposite angles are exactly the same. Well, H equals 125. All right, so I'm going to add that. Well, I need to figure out G and I. Well, if I look here, turn my paper, this is a 180-degree angle because it's straight. I have 125, and I need to find the other parts. Same thing here. I have the 125. I just need to find the other part. Well, I'm going to go ahead, and I'm going to take 180 minus 125. And I get 55. Well, this angle's 55. This angle's 55. Now, of course, there are other ways that you could solve this, but this is how I chose to. So I'm going to go ahead and add all these together. All the 5s, that, and 235 degrees is the total of GH and I. So this is the answer I want. That's great if you show me this, but this is the answer I'm looking for. All right, last problem, solve for X. All right, so here we are told that we have a 36-degree angle and a right angle, which is equal to 90, and then X. This is a straight angle, so it's 180. I'm going to add 90 and 36 together just to make my life a little bit easier, and I get 126. So I need to take 180 minus 126. And I get 54. 54 degrees is X. All right, if you have questions after you do this review, please let me know before you take your test, and I'm more than happy to work on it with you.